Prince Harry is set for a temporary peace with the royal family before the coronation of King Charles, an expert has claimed. Royal commentator Jonathan Sacerdoti said the Windsors will want to make peace with Harry before Charles is crowned on May 6. He said, "Whether or not that's possible is one thing and whether or not it's lasting is another thing." Prince Harry at Elizabeth II's committal service in Windsor. Image, Getty. Even if they do manage to make some form of peace, it might be temporary. I think it's going to be extremely difficult for them as a family, and more broadly, for the nation and for the institution, to forgive what's happened. Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace have remained silent over allegations in the Sussex's Netflix series in which Harry claimed the Prince of Wales left him terrified after screaming and shouting at him during the Sandringham summit. Harry has also demanded an apology from the royal family for his wife Meghan. Mr. Sacerdoti told Us Weekly, "I think Harry and Meghan have said they're expecting an apology, but I think there aren't many people who agree that it's due that way round. Some of the individuals within Spare, the King, the Queen and the Prince of Wales, all come out of that book so badly." This live blog is now closed. 5 hours ago 3:41 Emma Crabtree. Prince Andrew remains a danger to royal image after King closes sleeping quarters. King Charles III has made it clear to Prince Andrew there is no place for him in Buckingham Palace, an insider claims. Prince Andrew remains a danger to the royal family's image, according to a commentator after reports claimed the King closed his Buckingham Palace sleeping quarters. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams believes the Duke of York, 62, does not seem inclined to live quietly, despite King Charles's desire to place him on the periphery of the firm. His remarks follow an insider account suggesting the King, 74, sees the palace as no place for his younger brother. The source claimed Andrew is no longer allowed to sleep in a suite he has enjoyed for many years in the residence. It is true that he no longer occupies rooms at Buckingham Palace, though this will doubtless be explained away as part of the 10-year renovation of the palace. It is a sign that King Charles and the Prince of Wales are determined that he should in the future be on the periphery of royal life, Mr. Fitzwilliams told Fox Digital. They are all too aware of the public's hostility toward him, and the aura of entitlement. He does not seem inclined to live quietly, privately, possibly to help run the royal estates, which would make sense. 5 hours ago 3:10 Emma Crabtree. Prince Harry should be invited at King Charles's coronation. The majority of the Brits believe that Prince Harry should be invited to attend King Charles's coronation, a survey has found. According to the latest Ipsos poll conducted for the London Evening Standard, 2/3 of Britons think the Duke should attend the ceremony at Westminster Abbey in May. It suggested that 30% of the public disagree and think he should stay away after the highly personal and potentially damaging revelations made about members of his family in his autobiography. The poll found a striking age gap between those who support the Duke's invitation to his father's celebrations and those who do not. Gideon Skinner, of Ipsos UK, said, "Despite not being as popular as he once was, most Britons still think Harry should be invited to the coronation in May, which suggests some hope for reconciliation." 6 hours ago 2:32 Emma Crabtree. Charles lays bare poignant moment he was moved beyond words as he marks profound event. King Charles championed diversity and said he was moved beyond words by unimaginable horror in his tribute to Holocaust Memorial Day. Praising the theme for this year's national commemoration of the event, Ordinary People, the King wrote that it reminds us how it was ordinary people who were the perpetrators, bystanders, rescuers and witnesses to the Holocaust, and its victims. He added that all people have a role to play and a responsibility to use our gifts for the benefit, not destruction, of our world and humankind. Charles also urged those commemorating the atrocities of Nazi Germany to renew our commitment to work for a world free from identity-based persecution and violence. 7 hours ago 1:26 Emma Crabtree. Charles' headache with Harry wouldn't have escalated if key figure was in royal fold. The royal household may have already solved its Prince Harry problem if a former private secretary was still at the helm, Express. Co.uk has been told. Royal author Andrew Lowney claims that Sir Christopher Guite is the man who may well have saved King Charles III from the public embarrassment that has hit the royal family in light of the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle scandal. Having worked as the late Queen Elizabeth II's private secretary for a decade, the Baron and House of Lords member, Lord Guite stood down from his position in 2017. While he quit on what appeared to be amicable terms, in the period that followed, reports suggested that things weren't quite as they seemed. Some claimed that Lord Guite had fallen out with Charles and his younger brother, Prince Andrew. Prince William, now Prince of Wales, is said to have lashed out at the pair over Lord Guite's treatment, with suggestions that he was, in fact, ousted from his position. Now, Mr. Lowney, who penned the 2021 book Traitor King, The Scandalous Exile of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, believes that were he not allegedly forced from his role, Lord Guite may well have been the ideal person to help smooth over the currently frosty relationship between Charles and Harry. Speaking to Express.co.uk, Mr. Lowney said things could well be different if Lord Guite had Charles's ear. While he said the way in which the palace responded would have been the same if Lord Guite was still around, he suggested the problem would not have lingered. He said, it should have been headed off much earlier, and if Lord Guite, the Queen's former private secretary, had not been disposed of in a palace coup by King Charles and Prince Andrew, first don't think the problem would have escalated. Read more. 10 hours ago 22:56 Emma Crabtree stripping Meghan and Harry's titles seen as aggressive move in war with royal family. The royal family isn't likely to strip the Sussexes of their titles, as Meghan and Harry could label the move aggressive and escalate the war within the firm, according to a royal expert. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are likely to keep their titles as the firm tries to calm the war with the Sussexes, according to a royal commentator. Since the release of the couple's Netflix series and Prince Harry's memoir Spare, there have been calls for them to renounce their Duke and Duchess monikers. However, it isn't so simple, says royal expert Jonathan Sacerdoti, who warned such a move could be spun as aggressive by the Sussexes and lead to escalation in the family's war. The sense that I get is that this is not something they want to do. I think in this war between Harry and Meghan and the rest of the royal family, they're, the firm, trying to calm things, not trying to throw more grenades in, Mr. Sacerdoti said. Such a move could even spur the Meghan and Harry to write a Spare 2 or to release another Netflix series, according to Mr. Sacerdoti. He said that the working royals just want to get on with the job. 10 hours ago 22:28 Emma Crabtree. Good evening, I'm Emma Crabtree. I'll be bringing you all the latest developments on the royals for the next few hours. Please feel free to get in touch with me as I work if you have a story or tips to share. Your thoughts are always welcome. Email, emma.crabtree@reachplc.com. Twitter, @EmmaCrabtree98. 11 hours ago 21:27 Callie Brooks. Prince Harry's royal reconciliation as wishful thinking, as dust hasn't settled. In his interview with ITV's Tom Bradby, Prince Harry insisted he wanted his brother Prince William and father King Charles III back. The Duke of Sussex said he is open to reconciliation, and is in a place to have those conversations. However, he said the royal family have shown absolutely no willingness to reconcile. In the wake of Harry's claims, it was suggested royals would hold peace talks ahead of King Charles's coronation, but now, a commentator close to the Sussexes has refuted the reports, saying that dust really hasn't settled. Read more. 11 hours ago 21:04 Callie Brooks. Prince Harry intensely annoyed ex-royal butler who was upset by Duke's memoir claims. Princess Diana's former butler was left feeling upset by comments made in Prince Harry's memoir Spare. Paul Burrell, who was Diana's butler between 1987 up until her death in 1997, said he felt intensely annoyed at being referred to as Mummy's butler by the Duke of Sussex. Harry wrote in his book, Mummy's former butler had penned a tell-all which actually told nothing. It was merely one man's self-justifying, self-centering version of events. Read more. 12 hours ago 2024 Callie Brooks Meghan Markle and Prince Harry should apologize to world after constant public complaint. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry should apologize to the world, the British people, and perhaps some of their own family members for their claims against the royal institution, a media consultant argued. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have repeatedly hit out at the royal family over the perceived bad treatment they received while working as members of the firm. The Duke further criticized his father, the King, and brother, Prince William, in his explosive memoir Spare, which was released earlier this month. Hamrick said, Prince Harry and the Harridan aka Meghan Markle should apologize to the world, the British people, and perhaps some of their own family members for making a family squabble a moneymaker and dragging us through their millionaire's woes. What would they possibly do for money if they got into a room with those in their lives, without a TV camera, and worked it out? Since Harry's dad is head of the Church of England now, perhaps a little scripture could be useful. Read more. The couple have made a number of bold claims. Image, 16 hours ago 1644 Callie Brooks Australia set to ditch royal family after maelstrom of Prince Harry revelations. A royal historian has predicted that Australia will become a republic in her lifetime, having noted that the royal family has seen a significant drop in popularity since the Duke and Duchess of Sussex string of damning revelations in recent months. Cindy McCreary, a historian specializing in the British royal family at Sydney University, told Express.co.uk that Australians are turning their backs on the monarchy following the scale of infighting sparked by Prince Harry's claims. Australians are starting to think things could be different, she said, as she noted that Prince Harry's best-selling memoir and TV interviews have certainly had an impact. Read more. 16 hours ago 1601 Callie Brooks King warned aggressive move to strip titles risks provocation from Meghan and Harry. The King has been warned stripping Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their titles could backfire on the family and result in further attacks from the couple. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have leveled a series of accusations at the royal family since stepping down, fueling calls for the pair to have their titles removed. But commentator Jonathan Sacerdoti believes attempts to change Harry and Meghan's status could result in the pair dressing up the move as an aggressive swipe against them. Asked whether the royal family could intervene to strip the Sussexes of their remaining royal connection, Sacerdoti said, "The sense I get is that this is not something they want to do." Read more. 17 hours ago 1522 Callie Brooks Jufrey's book could make public have sympathy towards Prince Andrew. Expert claims the Duke of York's accuser Virginia Giuffre is expected to publish her own memoir after reportedly signing a deal worth millions, sources claim, but the book could backfire and make the public feel sorry for the royal instead, a PR expert told Express.co.uk. Prince Andrew's reputation is already in tatters and the public feels as if he is already being punished enough, they claimed. The Duke of York has repeatedly and vehemently rejected Ms. Giuffre's allegations against him. Read more. 19 hours ago 1337 Jonathan King Princess Kate follows Queen and Philip's golden rule on public engagements. Kate, Princess of Wales, is a seasoned working royal and according to one expert, she has modeled herself on a particularly successful member of the firm, the late Queen Elizabeth II. Giles Brander, author of Elizabeth, An Intimate Portrait, has pointed out a key way Kate is following in the footsteps of her late Majesty. Read the full story. Princess Kate and Inset, the Queen and Prince Philip. Image, Getty. 19 hours ago, 12:59. Jonathan King. Prince Andrew accuser's new memoir could be reason Charles kicked him out of palace. The Duke of York's accuser Virginia Giuffre is expected to publish her own memoir after signing a book deal believed to be worth millions, according to multiple sources. If correct, this could be the reason King Charles made the decision to kick his younger brother out of his posh suite at Buckingham Palace, a psychiatrist who specializes in sexual abuse cases told Express. Co.uk. Read the full story. Lr. Prince Andrew and King Charles III. Image, Getty. 20 hours ago, 12:32. Jonathan King. King Charles and Camilla make powerful gesture to mark Holocaust Memorial Day. King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla have met with two genocide survivors, one from the Holocaust and another from Darfur, at Buckingham Palace. After speaking with the two survivors, the royal couple lit a candle to mark Holocaust Memorial Day, which marks the 78th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz-Birkenau Nazi concentration camp. The powerful gesture was made in remembrance of the victims of genocide. Read the full story. King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla mark Holocaust Memorial Day. Image, Getty. 20 hours ago, 12:02. Jonathan King. Princess Eugenie steps out for lavish dinner in first appearance since pregnancy news. Princess Eugenie has been spotted in public for the first time since she announced she is expecting her second child. Eugenie was beaming as she left fancy London restaurant Chiltern Firehouse with her mother Sarah Ferguson. She wore a black floral dress with black-heeled boots and wrapped up with an oversized camel coat. Read the full story. Princess Eugenie. Image, Getty. 21 hours ago, 11:23. Jonathan King. Prince Harry could be on course to return to UK for wedding of his unofficial best man. The Daily Mail's diary editor Richard Eden has speculated that Prince Harry may step up to the best man role for one of his friends. Harry's unofficial best man, Jack Mann, is engaged to Isabella Clarke, the daughter of property hotshot Stephen Clarke. Read the full story. Prince Harry could return to the UK to act as best man for his friend Jack Mann. Image